I received a comment from my beautiful sister who wrote, is it allowed to go and view testing station a week before I go for test just to figure out setting your testing station? Yes, my beautiful sister, you are allowed. They might make the process a bit difficult for you, but there is a way to manipulate the system. Make sure that you have everything that will support you. Make sure that you already booked for a date at that testing ground, at that DLTC. You go there with the proof that on this date, on this hour, this is when you will be doing your test. And when you arrive there, just make it clear. Tell them the reason why I'm here is because of next week I have a test. My test will be during this time, and I am panicking. I decided to come here so that I can see a testing ground a week before my test so that I can prepare mentally. They will find a way to help you. Sometimes they might tell you that you can wait if you don't mind because the examiners are busy with tests. When they're done, I can give you maybe five minutes to walk around so that you can figure out the testing ground. Or sometimes they might tell you that, during these hours, they cannot allow you to walk there. But if you wait until 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, at least you can have a chance to go and walk and see the testing ground, because you have everything which is supporting you. You have every information which is backing you. So you're not there trying to take chances. You are rightfully there simply because of you already booked with that testing ground, and there is evidence that shows that you have to be there next week. Driving schools understand that, and they take the students so that they can see, so that they can prepare their students for what's coming. Because of sometimes doing those testing at your practicing ground, it doesn't have the same feeling like doing it in the DLTC. The step hill at the practicing ground might be a bit smaller, or might be a bit easier, or might differ with the step hill that you will be doing at the testing ground. And also alley docking sometimes, where we are practicing might be poles which are supported by tins of paint, 5-liter tins of paint, and the measurement might not be accurate, whereby you might think you're good with alley docking because of you can easily reverse to those poles without having any difficulty, not realizing that the measurement sometimes can be bigger or sometimes can be smaller. So sometimes when you have the chance to go to the DLTC, you are practicing with the real thing. You are mastering the right pole, simply because of you have to know that the same thing that you are doing at your training ground is the same thing that you will be doing at your testing ground. So I just wanted you to know that you have a right to go there, but make sure that you have everything supporting what you're saying. You have your ID, you have everything that will, simplify your process. And of course, they're not going to deny you. And if you are not getting what you need, because of security officers sometimes can be difficult, don't be aggressive. Don't say words that you're not supposed to say words to those people. They are also working. There is what we call site operational procedure. They have to follow the procedure. If they are told that they shouldn't allow you to walk to the DLTC or to walk to their testing ground, they will do that. But their hands are tired. Even if sometimes they want to help you, they cannot help you because of they can lose their jobs. But you must always know this. Someone who is in a better position can easily get what you're looking for, can easily get what you need because of they have information and they know how to speak and they know who to speak with. Unfortunately, as black people, we are dealing with a lot whereby once you go to a security officer and he say no, that's the end. You think all doors are closed, not realizing that you can still get what you're looking for by knowing that the security officer is doing what they have to do simply because of their working for their children. You can easily speak with the officer with respect and tell the security officer, I understand that you are doing your job. I understand that there is rules at this site operational procedure, and you have to follow that procedure. And I also understand that if I'm not getting what I'm getting from you, there are people who are superior to you. No problem. Where is the reception? Because DLTC is always open. They allow everyone to walk in. You don't need to explain yourself so that you can get, the entrance of the DLTC. You walk in there, you go to the reception, you speak with the reception. I'm so and so, I'm here for this and this and that. And when the receptionist is telling you that, no, that's not possible, it's not going to happen, just tell the receptionist that you know that it's doable. You have seen driving schools bring in their students, and you know that there is a procedure, and you understand that they are also working as a receptionist. They are respecting their jobs. Can you please see someone senior to them? You don't say too much. You just say that, can I please see someone who is in charge so I can speak with that person? And you keep quiet. 9 out of 10 times, they are going to help you so that you can see the testing ground. Or 9 out of 10 times, they're going to refer you to someone who is in charge. When you get to that person, you tell the person, this is what I need. I want to come and see the testing ground, even if it's for 1 minute or 2 minutes, so that I can be familiar with the testing ground, because of I have a date, I have these things which are begging me, I already confirmed a date here, and my testing will be on this day during this hour. So I need to be prepared mentally. I'm not going to take too much of the time. I just want to see it. I know it's doable. I know it's possible. I've seen driving school people doing it. Because of now you have information, because of you have knowledge, because of you know your right, that person will help you. That person will take you to the DLTs, to the testing ground. If they can't take you, they will call someone who will take you, because of they know that you know your story. So sometimes we give up too easily. My battery is too low. That's why I'm losing my chain of thoughts, and this can cut anytime. All I'm saying is sometimes when we get the first no, we give up. When you get the first no, tell the person who say no, I understand you are working. Can I see your superiors? And if you can get information without getting it from that person, don't bother to make that person give you information. You know that they're working at the gate. Go to the reception. The person who works at the reception, if they don't give you the information, just say it nicely. I understand you're doing your job. I understand that every site has the operational procedure. You are following the procedure, and I respect that, my beautiful sister. I respect that, my brother. Can I see someone senior than you? Someone who can understand this better, because of I have knowledge of this. I know that people go there and see the testing ground before. I have information of driving schools doing it, and if they can do it, I can also do it. What's wrong with me? And if things do happen, throw the race card if you have to. Throw it if you have to. You have to do whatever you have to do to get what you need. As long as you are respectful, as long as you know your rights, as long as you control your tone, as long as you're not making people feel less, as long as you're telling them that I know and I respect what you're doing, and I also know what I can get and I know what I cannot get. But when it comes to this I have a right to get it.